I unmuted my headset, and I should be talking now. Nothing playing here, certainly no music, certainly nothing involving copyright. Look at this dramatic lighting. Spooky. Weep, boop, beep, boop. It makes my hair look like a normal color. Vibrant facial glow. I'm gonna go ahead and try something new with y'all in chat. I'm going to lay out a couple of different families of animals, or one from each of with a total of 2. Anyway, I'll explain it again once I actually know what the fuck I'm doing. I have an idea that's nebulous, and I'm gonna make it concrete right now. Insect slash bugus. The us is not written, but it is in our hearts. Boy, I think your brain legit functions at like half capacity when you're trying to entertain. I didn't realize how bad it was until I was like scanning for classifications of creatures. And now I'm just like, cow. What is cow? Cow is mammal. Right. Let's do a total of 2 of these choices and put your choices in chat. Reptile dysfunction. This never happens, I swear. Cool, great, excellent. I'm just gonna write tardigrade now. That was gonna be my second stage. And bug, yes. What type of bug you thinking? Oh man, I was gonna do horror. That's so cute. 2 adorable choices. Let's see how I can fuck them up. Bumble. It's just throwing things out there based purely on the vibe. So what we're doing today, folks, is some good old-fashioned monster design. Murder bees, yes. Mail that box to myself. And we'll make a little magic happen. So cute. I absolutely adore tardigrades. I don't know about y'all. They got little claws. They got little baby claws. That's not fair. You see him stepping on a fucking petri dish. Oh my god. You know that motherfucker wants to keep it as a pet. Someone looked up tardigrade lifespan. They're like, how much can I invest in my tardigrade? How many little outfits can I make painstakingly in a microscope for my little tardigrade? They got that little leech mouth, which is objectively kind of disturbing. If there were giant tardigrades, they would rule the earth. No weapon could pierce their leathery little hulls. Nothing could withstand their mighty claws. They'd probably eat a lot of grass. So I guess that's a problem. It'd be like being invaded by capybaras. Like, oh no. Darn. Shucks. What a disaster. Oh, this just got awesome. It is giving xenomorph. That can't be a real thing, can it? I knew it wasn't real. Now I'm even sadder. I'm gonna get a bumblebee. There was this one, I don't know if y'all watched G4 as kids. It was a network for gamers. Gamers only. Ugh. G4 had this show called X-Play, where they reviewed games, and they did run backs and shit. They found one thing that they could infinitely repeat or reference in their review to hold the minute attention spans of little kids like me who are also gamers. They just repeated this clip of this motherfucker saying, ampules. I need more ampules. And it stuck with me so hard. Echolalia vibes, right? This game gets 3 ampules out of 5. That was a big thing on X-Play. They did that all the time. But somewhere down the line, I just started like, and any word that ends in like an LE, like, you know, like triple that, right? Tripule. I just started saying that because I was thinking about ampules. And so it became such a constant, like, part of my speaking patterns. I need more ampules. We talking shit about AI, love to see it. Well, I'm very blue. Dabba dee dabba da. Acquitted. Let's get a bumblebee going down. Oh, bees are so cute. This was a good idea. I'm just going to spend the entire stream looking at Google image searches of animals, and you can't see it. Cool, he's got a little proboscis. This fucking thing shouldn't be able to fly. It is existing in defiance of the laws of physics and God. God, what a perfect little angel. Look at this champ. Let's see if that damn beef picture. Anytime like 2 words come together, I just imagine it as like the last name of like a fancy gentleman. Marmaduke beef picture. Not about to pick up my setup and hoist it over so you can see little cartoon skulls, but you gotta believe. It looks like it's made of tarp. It's like you made a tarp out of khaki shorts and you stretched that over a bear. Tarpagrade, yes. One of the fastest tracks, one of the easiest ways to get body horror, and in fact, I would say perhaps the founding principle of it that can be applied to so many things, is to apply human textures, identifiably human textures, and human shapes to inhuman things. Human skin, big one, flesh, that kind of thing, right? Human digits are very, very identifiably human. Yes, I've thought about it a lot because I made a lot of body horror in my day. Got a little lumpy face. I want to protect my wife. My wife. I really, really want to see The Thing because I've never seen it. I've only seen the one of the most infamous moments from the movie, and even now I was like, that was actually horrifying. I could easily have seen people shitting them pants in the movie theater. I tell you what, practical effects, they are built to last. It's just so cute. Look, he's got little eyes.
Hello. You scared of me? Oh
no. I see consensual in the chat. Oh boy, what's happening? Let's make a little graph. Story time. This is how much you relate to something, and this is how human it is, right? Okay, right? And Uncanny Valley, I'm very, very much paraphrasing, and yes, it was originally for robotics. Thank you, Moxie. That is actually very helpful context, right? Let's put a little robot over here. Beep boop. He got a little antenna. Classic. Yeah. Okay, he's probably got claw arms. Point is, the closer something is to being human, it's like you're fine if it's like a toaster. It's like toaster, right? You can't relate to it, but like you aren't afraid of it, right? So you're like, it's fine. Then like the closer something gets to being human, the more you love it. It's like, oh, there's a cute little robot guy with a face. It's great. This is like a full bona fide human being over here, right? This is like, holy shit, I want this thing in my life, right? It's like the apex of the example. But just before you get to literally exactly a direct human, there's this incredible dip in your comfort with what it is, right? And that's when something looks almost human, but there's something fucking cursed about it. Your brain's like, I want this to be a human so bad, but it simply is not. And that sort of dissonance that's happening within you causes like a fucking like gridlock to happen. And it's just the most uncomfortable you can be looking at something. It seems to be a pretty universal phenomenon when you see like a robot and it's just like dead-eyed and expressionless, but it's got like a moving little mouth thing. Yeah, exactly. I would happily fuck a gradient. I've said it before. That shit fucked me up as a kid. I don't know about y'all. It was like, boom. I was like, get me out of here, the toaster. Like I've never been more scared for an appliance's life, so I guess they did a good job. Well, I'm not about to raise somebody from the dead to ask if they regret or if they intended to traumatize children with a scene about a fucking magnet. I just keep seeing this guy right here, and I'm just like, oh, hee, little guy. Drink your OJ every day. We'll be okay. We talking trauma in the chat? Oh, good. We're all friends here. Yeah, humanoid teeth on monsters freaks me out. It is a natural repulsion, I think. Again, Uncanny Valley. I know that's human, but it's not on a human thing. So I'm trying to make like a little tooth cylinder. Getting specific about your teeth choices. There's different kinds of sharp teeth, right? Everybody wants to do, like classic, like rah 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 rah, right? Like it's a spooky guy, grr, right? Like who gives a shit? Just Domo-kun, basically. Deep sea creatures. They're beautiful creatures. I don't think there's a creature on the earth who does not have some kind of beauty about them if you enjoy life. But some shit is just fucking terrifying. And see, like in my case, I have like an involuntarily intensely expressive face, and a lot of people can see that as vulnerable, and they're absolutely right. Shit, it'd be fine if I lived alone or whatever, then I would only be my own problem. Burlap sack of a gentleman looking nice and spooky. kind of a cheap move because it's so good and requires so little effort, but hey, we take those. Let's go. Thank you. I forgot my tea in the other room. I don't usually drink tea, especially when it's in the other room. He's just a friendly little guy. He just wants to eat kelp, right? If you draw veins on a smartphone, if you made a smartphone out of flesh, it's just horrible. Alright, I'm gonna delete the veiny rock. It can't hurt you. Get this veiny rock out of here. No one wants a flesh phone. Meat hook's made out of meat. Wow. If you want to see me draw more of this for some reason, you animal, I need money. And I love you. It just make me sound like an asshole, really. When I was about 4, I had this dream. I remember very, very clearly where I was on a cliff, a very, very super high up gray stone cliff. And my mom, dad, and brother, they were all kind of on the cliff. And I was looking over the edge of it, and I had essentially a bird's eye view of the entire town. I was 4. I looked down and I saw the entire city or wherever I was, right? I believe my mom reached for me or something, but I'd already started falling. And I was falling straight towards the city right as I closed in on what I assumed to be my own roof. I woke up with a start, and because I woke up with a start, the waterbed went so for my tiny kid brain, it literally, the math worked out that I literally just fell from like that height into the bed, right? And it was a crazy moment. The waterbed was like crazy. Can you imagine Bob Ross doing horror shit? I'm gonna add a couple happy little veins, which will let you know that it is a menacing being, not here to help you. Bada bingus, bada bungus. Silly Roger Waters or whatever the fuck his name is. Light. Delicate. I think we got some good shapes that are unsettling. The face is pretty good in my opinion. Oh no, the worps! Oh, you got arthritis, dude. I'm so sorry, man. It runs in my family, so I'm just waiting for it. My 2 favorite brushes actually ended up being stock brushes somehow. I think I just lucked out, honestly. I turned off the slant because I hold my pencil like a fucking lunatic. This is literally how I hold my pencil. They tried to get me to stop, but I was both a very good combination of oblivious and stubborn, so it just bounced off of my head completely, and I just kept doing my own thing. A lot of people think I'm left-handed at first when they're facing me, and then they're like, wait a minute, that's your right hand. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I don't know, man, whatever. You know, artists hold their pencils like that on purpose, right? You know, to get more control in this specific way, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm doing something right incidentally. I think they were just trying to make me feel better, if I'm being honest. If they updated something in Procreate and I look like a fool, that would be really funny. Yeah, my mind is all or nothing. It's always, I mean, it's always on, right? For better or for worse. Just always thinking of shit, coming up with ideas and stuff. But also, like, if there's something that, like, negatively affects me, it's just there in my head until it's not. I did traditional for the longest time, and I really have deep love for it, and you know, the feel is really like it's hard to get to the same extent, but I like consistency, the ability to say without a doubt 100% of the time when I want a color to be a specific color, it'll be the exact color and the exact relative color to the one that I'm expecting it next to it. That is very nice for me and my control freakery. We had Prismacolor markers, and the more into like depth of color like this I get, the more cost prohibitive using markers becomes. 45 times 4. Can I do math on stream? Is that 180? Ooh, this is sort of the base color that I have for the flesh. If you don't know shit about snails, you have every right to assume that it's just like, you know, a vulnerable little sad snail. Oh, these are so fucking cute, dude. Look at this little man. Look at this champion. I'm gonna just add bumblebee things. Make him terrifying. Call it a day. So like if magic is in play, right? Who gives a shit if they'd actually be able to fly? But it's still kind of like a bumbling situation, right? They're just kind of sauntering around, they're moseying, they're enjoying life, finding little tiny, teeny tiny, itty bitty plant things to munch on with their horrible little mouths. That's the risk you run on Freaky Friday. I'm trying to make sure they read as veins and not like bitchin' Guy Fieri flame decals you'd put on a fucking sports car. Kind of yucky shit connecting them, sure. Monster design, baby. A little bit of grit, a little bit of detail there. Tarsals, metatarsals. I've been trying to use Procreate Dreams for various things. Mainly because, oh, excuse me, goodness gracious, yawning so much. It's the only way that I can do audio interfacing with animations. I've gotten pretty used to animating in Procreate Classic, and it's fine, but there's really no way to synchronize audio comfortably in regular Procreate. But the bake itself on Procreate Dreams is a little bit under. There's a few things missing, including a selector tool. What? Oh, fuck, that I want to animate. Jesus Christ. Need some kind of caffeine for my dependency. Cool. Orange juice has sugar in it, right? Some of that sucrose. Oh shit, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no, it's like right there, but it's not actually. Oh god. Oh boy. It's like the phantom sneeze when it like builds up, and it's like, I'll see you in a second. You won't know when. The hand-esque, or, you know, foot bone-esque structure, the way that I did it this time around almost looks like a whisk. And at first I didn't like it, but now I almost don't care. It kind of looks cool. She usually likes to put both of her feet, her little cat feet, on my hand, and then she just starts scooting. I don't know if she thinks she's flying or what, but it's very cute. I wish it did pick up her little She's a charmer. Extinguish the life. Morbid stuff here. Gross. Awful stuff. Diminish your innocence. Black food. Freaky Fridays. Every Friday. 6 to 9. Anyway. One of the things that I've found out through my particular brand of fucking around with colors and stuff is... Oh. Yeah, thanks for the compliment on my nice voice crack. Have not been drinking the tea because it doesn't have any sugar in it, and I am a stupid hummingbird bitch. It definitely feels like an RPG enemy. Like more than like a grounded horror thing. Not quite Dead Space, but kind of a similar energy. I think that's an interesting example of like fully devoted like Western body horror. Here we have it. Tardigrade and a bumblebee, two of the cutest little multi-legged creatures in the world, completely and utterly ruined for all time by yours truly. Those of you who have been in here, you're wonderful. You're great. Any VOD watchers who stuck through this time, what are you still doing here? But I appreciate you. Be quiet, Belle Biv DeVoe. Didn't even know that was the name of this band. Anyway, this is Yuckiest Boy of the Century. And thanks for vibing with me. I literally don't know how to do it. I'm just gonna end the damn